The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and verse 49. I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy house with destruction and death. And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall arise that is sent over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chastised with wounds, so that the mighty and lover shall not be able to receive thee. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashah, Baharuk HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect and seeking to be the elect of the nation of Israel. That scattered abroad amongst the heathen, some look like the heathen, beginning to 144,000. Preacher, teachers, and prophets, Shalom. And with everything hitting America at the same time, it's really breaking this place down, man. Alright? We know everything that's going on is being brought forth to break down this current system so they can bring in this new digital system, this beast system that's eventually going to lead to the MOTB. I got
if you're shopping for a home, Realtor.com's Real View Maps show.
For instance, like this one right here, it says just 7 hours ago, mixed signals on customs officer placement may jeopardize international travel. But now what you can hear in the video is that if they pull back these customs agents from the airports, then that's going to cut off international trade. Alright? International cargo flights, which involves trading. It says international cargo flights are specialized operations that transport goods, materials, and mail across national borders via aircraft. They are essential for global trade, responsible for moving high-value commodities, perishable goods, and urgent medical supplies rapidly across continents. You see? How international cargo transport works. Air freight is divided into two main categories. Dedicated cargo flights. Aircraft that are entirely stripped of passenger seating to maximize freight capacity. These flights are operated by specialized airlines like FedEx, UPS, and Lufthansa Cargo. Belly cargo. Freight transported in the lower cargo holds of standard international passenger flights. Commercial airlines utilize unused space on these routes to generate additional revenue. It says, what do they transport? International cargo flights prioritize items that require speed or temperature control. Common shipments include perishables, fresh produce, cut flowers, and seafood that will spoil during long ocean transits. High-value tech, electronics, semiconductor chips, and pharmaceuticals. Emergency relief, humanitarian supplies, medical equipment, and disaster relief materials. It says, why choose air freight? Unmatched speed. It is the fastest method for moving goods globally, allowing businesses to restock shelves or fulfill orders quickly. Enhanced security. Airports generally have strict security and monitoring protocols, reducing the risk of theft or damage compared to ground or sea shipping. Global reach. Planes can access destinations that are geographically isolated or lack robust port infrastructure. You see? So you can read the logistics and regulations. Alright. I'll read it. Because these flights across international borders, they require complex coordination. This involves strict customs regulations, tariffs, and aviation safety standards. Logistics companies or freight forwarders act as middlemen between the shipper and the airline to ensure documentation and customs clearance are processed without delay. So you see the importance of our international cargo flights. Right now, let's play this video. So we're gonna see what they're gonna do. But you see, everything is geared towards breaking this place down, man.
The summer travel season has officially begun, but mixed signals from the Trump administration could jeopardize any international travel that you might have planned. Here now is our travel editor, Peter Greenberg. Hey, Peter, good morning. The U.S. Travel Association says DHS Secretary Markwayne Mullin confirmed he is still thinking about removing customs officers from airports in sanctuary cities. But we also have Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy telling Congress it would be a bad idea to do that. So how seriously are leaders in the travel industry taking the threat?
Well, in a closed-door meeting at the DHS, Secretary Mullin actually said to one of the people there who then confirmed it to me, be prepared for this to happen in cities that have blue states, or should say, in blue states that have cities that he considers sanctuary cities. And he indicated that he might want to do it first in Portland, Oregon. Now, the fact that they're just suggesting this is what gets everybody a little bit crazy, because if they in fact did this, if they in fact removed CPB officers from those airports, that would end immediately all international airline service to those cities, because there's nobody to clear those planes. What's even worse, it would end all international cargo flights because there'd be no customs officers to clear that cargo.
You hear that? That'll cause a lot of chaos right there, man. That'll bring chaos to these cities. All right? That'll bring chaos to these cities. All right? So let's see what they're going to do. Let's see what Yahweh Shema shall put the Spirit on them to do.
So the ramifications here are pretty substantial, and that's why perhaps Secretary of Transportation Duffy said what he said.
Yeah, because you have two Trump administration, officials saying two different things. So that continues to play out. Now, you also wrote on your site, petergreenberg.com, about the cheapest days to fly this summer. So are you saying there's still hope that some of us will be able to get out of Dodge for a bit without breaking the bank?
Well, it's all relative. It's not an issue of the cheapest days to make your reservation. It's the cheapest days where the fares are always going to be lowest, and that surprises you. It's basically like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Those are the cheapest days to actually fly. The rest of the days go up. And those days, Tuesday and Wednesday, the fares average about 18% less. Now, again, it's all relative because the fares have been going up. Domestic airfares are up about 24% over what they were in February. International airfares are up nearly 40%.
Is there any sign that might change anytime soon? They might dip back down?
Not really, and I'll tell you why. Because the airlines, when they were faced with this and a double-digit drop in transportation for travel by foreigners to the U.S. and a double-digit drop of U.S. travelers going overseas, the airlines pivoted by what? Reducing capacity, basically reducing frequency of flights. So all the planes are full, even with less than demand. Let's go back to the original demand and supply curve.
Right.
That means fares will stay high.
Okay. And Peter, before we let you go on this Wednesday, we always like to know where you are. So where are you right now?
Not far from the border between California and Mexico. I'm in Chula Vista, California, at the Gaylord Pacific. That's it.
We don't care about your location. But yeah, so you see, we're going to see what Yahweh Shema shall put the Spirit on Esau to do. But we do know that we're in a time of this place being broken down. All right? I think I got some more up in here. I know we got some articles. Yeah, we got some articles. Let's get this joint right here. It says ICE detainees are dying by suicide at an alarming rate. An AP investigation finds ICE detainees dying by suicide at an alarming rate. Investigate finds. So, people ain't talking about ICE no more. All right, people don't forget about the inhumane conditions. As a matter of fact, they're actually protesting. Supposedly, the people at these detention centers, is it in Jersey, Philly? I forget. But those that's in these immigration centers are supposedly on a hunger strike. Let me see. In immigration facility. Yeah, New Jersey.
Protests continue outside a federal immigration detention center in Newark, New Jersey. Inside, some detainees are on a hunger strike. From member station WNYC, Arya Sundaram reports.
The blockade outside is to prevent detainees inside on strike from being transferred to other facilities. Carolina Adorno is an organizer with the New Jersey branch of Cosecha, an immigrant labor group.
When people get transferred, one, we don't know where they'll be sent. They could be sent to Louisiana, they could be sent to Michigan, they could be sent to California. When they move them, the system goes dark for we've seen up to 3 days, where we have no idea where they are.
Activists like Adorno are holding an around-the-clock vigil and protest outside the facility while the strike continues. The strikers are protesting conditions inside and demanding the closure of the facility and freedom for those detained. For NPR News, I'm Arya Sundaram in Newark.
Several New Jersey lawmakers and Democratic Governor Mikey Sherrill were denied access to the detention center on Monday. They tried to enter the center to check on detainees after hearing about the hunger strike from family members. The governor was denied entry, but some of the lawmakers finally gained access. Later, a tense standoff broke out between ICE agents and protesters. Agents fired pepper spray, and among those affected was Democratic Senator Andy Kim. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News. For more of today's news, check out NPR News Now, wherever you listen to podcasts.
So you see, they supposedly are protesting because of the hunger strikes, because they don't want to be moved. But they're going to move you anyway. You've been on a hunger strike, that's you hurting yourself. But see, just go to show you the confusion and the judgment that Yahweh Shema Shai is bringing upon the 2/3 of our people that's being snatched up. All right? And we haven't seen the height of this, man. All right? Tom Holman, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai going to put the spirit on him to fully unleash the dogs, man. All right? They already said they ain't stopping. So, hey, them being on a hunger strike, I mean, you hurting yourself. All right? You hurting yourselves. Like, that's stupid. Like I said, even when I worked in the prison system, man, the hunger strike retarded, man. Anyway, it's procedures, you got to go by as an officer, but that's staff. But it's a hunger strike is stupid, man. It's just stupid. If I was an ICE agent, or I was the head of it, I'd literally go on a hunger strike. They'd be so damn weak. Then I shook their ass because I know they ain't going to fight back. I mean, that's just me. These people stupid, man. All this marching, yeah. Then if you watch the protests fully, I was watching it the other day, man, I was just jumping this little stage, man. But hey, we ain't seen nothing yet. Hey, 2 Ezra 16 and 68. Behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And see, being idols, you being in these prisons, man. All right? You being in these prisons. In this case, hey, they feed them, but they ain't eating. What they feeding, I don't know. According to the reports at first, it was, a bunch of abominable foods, spoiled foods, which I believe they still getting that same bull crap. But hey, they're on the hunger strike because they don't want to be moved. All right, and they say they ship them, and then the system goes dark for 3 days, and they don't know where their little one's being sent. So hey, they could be doing anything to them. I know one thing they're not doing to them. They're not treating them well. All right. I mean, let's just keep it solid, man. It says, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. You see? So, hey, it's coming, man. What we're seeing right now, man, it's just low level. It's gonna get worse. Remember, everything gets worse. This is part of the beginning of sorrows. Let's keep reading, because they're coming soon. And they that consent unto them shall be had in reproach. Shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden on the foot. But there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. And going back to that first video, with them cutting off international travel by not having customs agents in these blue cities the blue states that are refugee cities, hey, that's cutting off travel. So you be limited to the city. All chaos going on. You got these little wagons. You got these wagons with the street takeovers. I mean, where y'all think gonna come from that, man? You know, chaos, man. Laws will be put in place, all right, to prevent movement, and then they're coming. All right, a lot of people are not working. You know, hey, it's a drought everywhere, and soon, hey, they cut the water off. Hey, jobs and everything will be closed. You ain't gonna be able to go to work because facilities can't function without water. So everybody gonna be home, and them troops coming. All right, straight up. It says, but there should be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. They're coming after the Israelites, us. We the primary targets. They shall be like madmen, sparing numbers, still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. That they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. You see that? So let's read a few more of these articles, because I don't know when this phone will turn on. Hopefully it shows us the video. We got right here. Damn, I want to play these videos, man. Hit them up today. This is ex-CDC boss says he probably misspoke and warned of Ebola as potential endemic, but says it could be very significant. Yeah, man, we know it's spreading. We already knew what the game plan was. You ain't got to get in, sit down and apologize. We know y'all full of shit. We already know this story, man. It's the same old game plan. Check this out. Inflation and confusion are up. Consumers are down. Hey, Luke 21, 25 and 26. Hey, the Black Horse. Groceries just had the biggest price hike in years. It's about to get even worse, experts warn. Hey, we've been telling y'all through the spirit of prayer about Shema Shai. Hey, when the time of the Black Horse, you know, time of judgment. Yeah, it's going to get worse. Thomas Massey says Trump's big, beautiful bill and Iran war means Americans will be making new interest payments each year forever. In other words, things will keep going up. See, everything leads back to prophecy. All right, there's no more comfort. Hey, the Ebola spreading. Canada, Bahamas impose Ebola travel ban as epidemic spreads to Africa. India reports first suspected Ebola case as women placed in quarantine in Bengaluru. You see? So, man, it's all part of the plan, man. They use this to shut everything down. It says Trump will send Americans exposed to Ebola while abroad to a new facility in Kenya, where Ebola cases stand as U.S. planes quarantine site. Ask for volunteers. I'm not volunteering for that. Deadliest virus warning issued as outbreak spreads fast. ICE detainees, we just hit that right there. Yeah. ICE detainees dying by suicide and an alarming rate, investigation finds. And you see at the top, dog shoots woman at convenience store. So hey, I don't know how long it's doing. But you can watch that video. You know, these people being idle here, man, sitting still. I don't know if they getting a wreck or not, but hey, these people losing their minds, man. You know, Jake ain't made to be locked up, man. Hey, be inside them 4 walls at 6x9 or whatever the size is now, hey, it really does something to your mind. Hell, I just worked there for almost 10 years, man. Certain facilities with 8-hour shifts, certain with 12, man. And yeah, that shit mess with your mind, even as an officer. But hey, you see what time we in, man. We're in a time of prophecy, man. Stay prayed up in the names of how about Shema Shai Shalom. Judgment.